That we should be great at. A lot of veteran guys out there on the court, and we just having some breakdowns right now as a team, and we just got to get back on track.
The coach keeps talking about defensive communication. Every time we talk to him, he says that's our biggest problem. What is going on in practice versus games? He says it's good in practice, but it lacks in games.
In practice, it's just you in there, So, I mean, while you're in the game, you got the crowd, you're still trying to play defense and make it harder. I mean, that's not an excuse, but, it plays a part into it. But, we just all got to be on the same page and just learn from it.
Rick Pitino said, there doesn't seem really to be a leader on this team yet. Do you see that yourself, from a player's perspective?
I wouldn't necessarily say that. Luke is always the one guy that pops out and, always steps up to tell us, calm down and, everything's going to be okay for everybody. Also, a lot of these other guys also, Ventry sometimes, myself, even Montrez, I think, because we've been in this same position last year that we know what's going to come ahead for us.
Obviously it stings right after a loss, but looking at it, is there something that you guys can take to make this a positive going forward with SMU coming up?
We can't keep our heads down because we've got another game coming up. It's not the last game of the year. We just got to keep moving on.
And talk about, obviously, you guys are just getting started, second game in this conference. You get a chance to look at some of the other teams, and what's your impression of the league so far?
We saw the Cincinnati when they played Memphis, obviously, and we saw the UConn go down twice. But we can't focus on those guys. We're seeing how people are just getting upset sometimes, and it's tough. This league is going to be tough, and we got to try to pull it out.
When you're out there on the floor, like a night like tonight, there were some shots you guys hit, some wide open, close shots that bouncing on a rim and they came off. Does that get under your skin? Does it become irritating or become?
Shots are gonna fall. Some shots are gonna fall, and some aren't. You can't determine, some of that. So you really gotta just take it as it goes.
Yeah, talk about Rick Pitino mentioned after the game that there were some guys missing their assignments on defense, and is that a struggle in practice or?
I wouldn't. Sometimes we can start wrapping up mentally breakdowns. That we gotta be quick and got to know. We got to get that together. That's our main focus right now.
What can you expect when you guys get to the practice floor tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
We got to be focusing and just be prepared for SMU.
Appreciate it, Wayne.